So the rumor is the Jets got rejected when making an offer for DK Metcalf. Is that what really happened? Well, hey, what's happening, everybody? This is GreenBean back with yet another video, and what a fun one we get to talk about today. Trying to figure out what's true, what's not, and what it really means out there. But before we get into it, I want to remind you about the greatest things you can do. First, hit that little thumbs up button right there below the video. That lets YouTube know that, hey, this guy's okay. You can also hit that subscribe button to be reminded every single time that I release anything, anytime I go live and all that. Hit that rectangular subscribe button and be a member of the channel. And if you're looking for even more exclusive content from yours truly, you can go into the description and hit that Patreon link, and you will be added to the Beanbaggers. Doesn't that sound nice? And like tonight, we have an amazing get-together. We do this once a month, where we will be watching the 2003 Chad Pennington, Curtis Martin, Kevin Mawae-led Jets with our home playoff game, imagine that, against the Peyton Manning-led Indianapolis Colts. For those fans that were around and remember that, that was a high point, so we're going to relive that together tonight in my Patreon as the Beanbaggers. Come on in and join the party. It's a good time. So guys, what are we hearing today? I'm seeing this one word floating around all over the place. And why do they do that? Why do they have to use this one word? Reject. The Jets are trying so hard. We're desperately clawing our way through the NFL, and people are rejecting us. Is that really what happened? Well, let's take a look at it. So we have this guy, Eskin, from WIP Philadelphia. He seems to be the inside guy on the Seattle Seahawks, New York Jets trade market. So this is where it's coming from this guy, Eskin down there, Howard Eskin from WIP. Not Adam Schefter, not Ian Rappaport, not Glazer, and certainly not anybody in our beat. Our beat, as you remember, started all this madness. They said things like, keep an eye on DK Metcalf, keep an eye on A.J. Brown. And what do Jets fans do? We keep our eyes on it. So the big thing with A.J. Brown was, hey, he's friends with Elijah Moore, so that clearly there's a major connection. The Jets are going to trade for A.J. Brown. Jets fans went over to A.J. Brown's Twitter and the Tennessee Titans Twitter and absolutely infested the place to such a degree that the Titans had to release a statement that said, we're not trading A.J. Brown. That's how strong we really are when it comes to, hey, we're in on something and we want to make it happen. Jets fans don't play. Like that statement said, a little saying, or I think it was last year, they said, one thing you can say about Jets fans is they're online. And that is the truth, and we're online, and we take it very, very seriously. So, again, there was no source for A.J. Brown. There was no source for DK Metcalf. There's no source for Deebo Samuel. This is our beat and what they do with us every single year. They say something. They make it sound like it might be a little inside scoop action. It's not. They made it up. And then Jets fans react to such an extreme that teams have to say, leave us alone. Okay? Leave us alone. We don't want anything. We don't want to deal with this. So A.J. Brown is officially off the market, right? And now DK Metcalf, we're hearing that the Jets went in there, offered the 10th overall pick, and we got rejected. Seattle said, get out of our house. We don't want you back here, which is interesting because, you know, you could actually make a case that Seattle would enjoy doing that to the Jets because of the Jamal Adams trade. There's no one in the NFL, including in the Seattle Seahawks building, that feels like they made out in that trade. No one. No one. No one. We made out in that trade. We got 2 first-round picks. One was 23 that we traded up to 14 to get AVT, Elijah Vera-Tucker. And this one ended up being a top 10 first-round pick. Plus, we flipped a third for a fourth, so we got that as well. They would seemingly like the opportunity to come back and say, no, we're not giving you what you want, right? We have something you want to get out of here. We don't like you anymore. So you could see that happening, but it's not what happens. Let's take a little look at the actual quote. The Jets were going to offer, and Seattle knew it. This is a lie. This is crazy already. The number 10 pick in the first round, Eskin said. I've been told by multiple people when somebody calls Seattle about DK Metcalf, they say, we're not trading him. We're not trading him. They don't even take the offer. They just say nope, and they just shut it down. You can't even make an offer right now. So number one, did our offer get rejected? Doesn't sound like it. What it says, and our number 10 pick, what he actually says. Let's take a look at this. Let's use actual words. The Jets were going to offer, and Seattle knew it. So now we have Eskin saying that he knew that the Jets were gonna do something, and Seattle knew that they were gonna do something, but we didn't because they're not accepting calls. Do you see this? This is utter madness. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, Florio, one of the guys who writes on the Jets a little bit more, comes on and he says something interesting as well. Others are reporting the Jets never offered the 10th overall pick to Seattle, but Eskin hasn't reported that they did. He reported that they were going to. Presumably, it would take more than the 10th overall pick to get Metcalf. So again, now Florio comes in and reminds us he never even said that they offered the 10th overall pick. But as it's being presented by everybody out there, and I've already got my DMs and everybody wants my thoughts, what do you think about the Jets offering 10th overall and Seattle rejecting us? Well, number one, it says it in two places right here. They didn't offer the 10th overall pick. And Seattle's not taking calls on DK Metcalf. So it never happened. It never even happened. So this is a thing that we see out here all the time when it comes to the Jets. Guys like to spin it and everything, and they know very well. Jets fans were headline readers, okay? In large part, we see the headline, we see the tweet, we see the Instagram little quote above a story, and we react to it, and we start penetrating all the deep corridors of these social media platforms, yelling and screaming and all this kind of stuff. They know that. They don't need to give us the real story. They say, hey, Jets got rejected for the 10th overall pick. But it says it right here, we never even offered the 10th overall pick. So, did we really get rejected? That's the interesting thing. I want to back it up and remind us there was never even a source about this. There was never even a source. If you can find it, please tell me. This has all been hearsay, happenstance, and conjecture, as they say. It's made up. So we made up a situation that never happened. We attached what we think we know would have been offered. What an interesting thing to say. The Jets were going to offer, and Seattle knew it, the 10th overall pick. We were going to offer. We made it up with no sources. We pretend to know what they were going to do if it did happen. And then we added a result if it happened. Nothing happened. At least as far as our sources can. Dude, there's nothing. You don't see Schefter. You don't see Rappaport. Those are the guys, man. Let's be real. Even Glazer, right? WIP in Philadelphia somehow feels that they have the inside scoop on the dealings between the very, very tight-lipped New York Jets and the way out Pacific Northwest Seattle Seahawks. I've been told by numerous people. Give us one. Let's talk about a source. So there you have it, guys. Are you bummed that the receivers that we never even had a reason to believe were going to be traded to the Jets, it's not happening? They're not coming? Can you believe it? What madness. I can't even take it. What do you think? Are you upset? Are you happy? Were you level-headed the whole time and you knew none of this crap was going to happen? I'm just very curious. Let me know, honestly, which side of this you're on. Are you mad at the Jets? Is he not aggressive enough like we wanted Joe Douglas to be? I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and go Jets!